all's well that ends well.
What's that? Huh?
Come on, Helena. Everybody say Roostamon!
In delivering my son from me, I bury a second husband.
And I in going, madam, weep o'er my father's death anew. But I must attend his majesty's command, to whom I am now in ward, evermore in subjection.
You shall find of the king a husband, madam, and you, sir, a father.
What hope is there in his majesty's amendment?
He hath abandoned his physicians whose practices have persecuted time with hope, and under whose process finds no other advantage other than the losing of hope by time.
This gentlewoman had a father, oh, that she had, how sad a passage 'tis, whose skill was almost as great as his honesty. Had it stretched farther, nature would be immortal, and death shall have play for lack of word. It would. For the king's sake he were living, I think it would be the death of the king's disease.
How called you this man you speak of, madam?
He was famous, sir, in his profession. Gerard de Nabal.
He was excellent indeed. I heard the king lately spoke of him admiringly and mourningly. He was skillful enough to have lived if knowledge could be set up against mortality.
What is it, my lord, the king languishes of?
Fistula, my lord.
I heard not of it before.
I would it were not notorious. Was this gentlewoman the daughter of Gerard de Navarre?
His sole child, bequeathed to my overlooking. Remembrance of her father never approaches her heart, but the tyranny of her sorrows takes all livelihood from her cheek. No more this Helen. Go to no more. Lest it be rather thought you affect the sorrow than have it.
I do affect the sorrow indeed, but I had it too.
Modern lamentation is the right of the dead. Excessive grief, enemy to the living.
If living be the enemy to the dead, then the excess makes it soon mortal.
Madam, I require your holy wishes.
How understand we this?
Be thou blessed, Bertram, and succeed thy father in manners as in shape. Thy blood and virtue contend for an empire in thee, and thy goodness shares with thy birthright. Love all. Trust if you do, harm to none. And be for thine enemy in power rather than use. And keep thy friend under thine own life's key. Be checked for silence, but never taxed for speech. What more heaven will that thee may furnish, and my prayers plucked down, fall on thy head. Farewell, my lord. 'Tis an unceasing courtier, good my lord, advise him.
He cannot want the best. Thou shalt attend his love.
Heaven bless him. Farewell, Bertram.
The best wishes that can be forged in your thoughts be servants to you. Be comfortable to my mother, your mistress, and make much of her.
Farewell, pretty lady. You must hold the credit of your father.
with those I shed for him. What was he like? I forgot him. My imagination carries no favor in it but Bertram's. Oh, I am undone. There is no living, none, if Bertram be away. For all one that I should love a bright particular star and think to wed it. He is so above me. In his bright radiance and collateral light must I be comforted, not in his sphere. My ambition, my love, thus plagues itself. The hind that would be mated by the lion must die for love. He was pretty, no plague, seek him every hour. But now he is gone, and my idolatrous fancy must sanctify his relics. Wasn't good with him. I love him for his sake, but I think him a notorious fool, though him a great way liar, solely a coward. Yet these fixed evils sit so fit in him that they take place, where virtue's steely bones look bleak in the cold wind. Full oft we see cold wisdom waiting on superfluous folly.
Save you, fair queen!
And you, monarch.
Are you meditating on virginity?
Hi. You have some stain of soldier in you. Let me ask you a question. Man is enemy to virginity. How may we barricade it against him?
Keep him out.
And our virginity, though valiant in the defense, yet is weak. Unfold to us some warlike resistance.
There is none. Man sitting down before you will undermine you and blow you up.
God bless our poor virginity from underminers and blowers up. Is there no military policy how virgins might blow up men?
Oh. Virginity being blown down, man will quicklier be blown up. Marry and blowing him down again with the breach you yourselves made, you lose your city. It is not politic in the commonwealth of nature to preserve virginity. Loss of virginity is rational increase. And there was never virgin first got till virginity was first lost. That you are made of is metal to make virgins. Virginity being once lost may be 10 times found. By being ever kept, it is ever lost. 'Tis too cold a companion away with it.
I will stand for a little longer, though therefore I die a virgin.
There's little can be said in it. 'Tis against the rule of nature. To speak on the part of virginity is to accuse your mothers, which is most infallible disobedience. Virginity breeds mites, much like a cheese. Consumes itself to the very paring, and so dies with feeding his own stomach. Besides, virginity is proud, peevish, idle, made of self-love, which is the most prohibited sin in the canon. Cannot choose but lose by outwit. Within 1 year will make itself two, which is a goodly increase, and the principle itself not much the worse. Away with. Away with.
Not my virginity yet. There shall be, I know not what he shall. The court's a learned place, and he is one
What one, in faith?
that I wish well. 'Tis pity.
What's pity?
Wishing well had not a body in it which might be felt, and that we, the poorer born, whose baser stars do shut us up in wishes, might with effects of them follow our friends, and show what we alone must think, but never return us thanks.
Little Helen, farewell. If I can remember thee, I'll think of thee at court.
Monsieur Paroles, you were born under a charitable star.
Ha! Under Mars, I
especially think under Mars.
Why under Mars?
The wars have so kept you that you must needs be born under Mars.
Ha! When he was predominant.
When he was retrograde, I think, rather.
Why think you so?
You go so much backward when you fight.
That's for advantage!
So running away when fear proposes the safety. But the composition that your valor and fear makes in you shows virtue of a good wing. And I like to wear well.
I am so full of businesses, I cannot answer thee acutely. Farewell.
Our remedies often ourselves do lie, which we ascribe to heaven. The fated sky gives us free scope. Only doth backward pull our slow designs when we ourselves are dull. What power is it which mounts my love so high, which makes me see, but cannot feed mine eye? The mightiest space in fortune nature brings to join the likes and kiss like native things. Impossible be strange attempts to those that weigh their pains in sense, and do suppose what hath been cannot be. Who ever so strove to show her merit did miss her love. The king's deceit. What project may deceive me? But my intents are fixed and will not leave me.
The Florentines and Settlers are by the ears! 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 The Florentines and Settlers are by the ears!
The Florentines and Senoids are by the ears. Fought with equal fortune and continue a braving war.
So 'tis reported, sir.
And it is most credible we here receive it. A certainty vouched from our cousin Austria, with caution that the Florentine will move us for speedy aid. Wherein our dearest friend adjudicates the business and would seem to have us make denial.
His love and wisdom, approved so to your majesty, may plead for Amplin's credits.
He hath armed our answer, and Florence is denied before he comes. Yet for our gentlemen that mean to cede the Tuscan service, freely they have leave to stand on either part.
It well may serve.
What's he comes here?
It is the Count Roussillon, my good lord, young Bertram.
You, thou bearest thy father's face. Frank nature rather curious than in haste hath well composed thee. Thy father's moral heart mayst thou inherit too. Welcome to Paris.
My thanks and duty are your majesty's.
I would I had that corporal soundness now, as when thy father and myself in friendship first tried our soldiership. He lasted long, but on us both did haggish age steal on, and wore us out of act. It much prepares me to talk of your good father. In his youth he had the wit which I can well observe today in our young lords. But they may jest, till their own scorn return to them unnoted, ere they hide their levity and honor. Who are below him, he uses creatures of another place, and bowed his eminent top to their low ranks, making them proud in his humility. In their poor praise he humbled. Such a man might be a copy to these younger times, which followed well would demonstrate them now. But to go backward.
His good remembrance, sir, lies richer in your thoughts than on his tomb.
If I were with him, he would always say, methinks I hear now, let me not live after my flame lacks oil to be the snuff of younger spirits, whose apprehensive senses all but new things disdain.
You are loved, sir. They that we lend it shall lack you first.
I fill a place, I know it. And how long is it now since the physician that your father's died? He was much famed.
Some 6 months since, my lord.
If he were living, I would try him yet. Lend me an arm. The rest have worn me out with several applications. Nature and sickness, debated at their leisure. Welcome, Count. My son's no dearer.
Thank your majesty.
I will hear now. What say you of this gentleman? This knave here, get you gone, sirrah.
Ah, 'tis not unknown to you, madam. I am a poor fellow.
Well, sir,
No, madam, 'tis not so well that I am poor, though many of the rich are damned. But if I may have your ladyship's goodwill to go to the world, Isabel, the woman, and I will do as we may.
wilt thou needs be a beggar?
I do beg your goodwill in this case.
In what case?
In Isabel's case. And mine own.
Now tell me why thou wilt be married.
Oh, my poor body, madam, requires it. I am driven on by the flesh, and he must needs go that the devil drives.
Is that all thy worship's reason?
Oh, faith, madam, I have other holier reasons, such as they are.
Might the world know them?
I have been, madam, a wicked creature. As you and all flesh and blood are, and indeed I do marry, so I may repent.
Thy wickedness sooner than thy marriage.
I am out of friends, madam, and I hope to have friends for my wife's sake.
Such friends are thine enemies, knave.
You're shallow, madam, in great friends. For the knaves come to do that which I am aweary of. Now, he that kisses my wife is the cherisher of my flesh and blood. He that cherishes my flesh and blood loves my flesh and blood. He that loves my flesh and blood is my friend. Ergo, he that kisses my wife is my friend. If men can be contented to be what they are, there were no fear in marriage.
Wilt thou ever be a foul-mouthed and gloomiest knave?
A prophet I, madam, and I speak the truth the next way.
No more of this, or I'll talk with you more anon.
May it please you, madam, that he bid Helen come to you, of her I am to speak.
Sirrah, tell my
Who
gentleman...
was this fair-faced thought? Cause quoth she, why the Grecians sacked Troy?
Sirrah, tell my...
Bound on the ground was this King Priam's joy.
Sirrah...
Do-do-do, I wanna be the very best. No one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
And Helena!
Not bad.
Come now!
I know, madam, you love your gentlewoman entirely.
Faith, I do, her father bequeathed her to me, and she herself that other advantage may make title to as much love as she finds. There's more owing her than is paid, and more should be paid than she'll demand.
Madam, I was very late more near her than I think she did wish me. Alone she was, and did communicate to herself her own words to her own ears. Her matter was, she loved your son. Fortune, she said, was no goddess that had put such a difference betwixt their two estates. Love no god that would not extend his mind only where qualities were level. This she exclaimed in the most bitter touch of sorrow that e'er I heard virgin exclaim it, in which I held my duty to steadily acquaint withal.
Disclose this honestly. Keep it to yourself. Many others have informed me of this before, that hung so tottering in the balance that I could neither believe nor misdoubt. Pray you leave me. Install this in your bosom. I appreciate your honest care, and I will speak with you more anon. Even so it was with me when I was young. If we are nature, these are ours. This thorn of our rose of youth rightly belong. Ugh, she's sick on it. I observe her now.
What is your pleasure, madam?
You know, Helen, I am a mother to you.
Mine honorable mistress.
Nay, a mother? Why not a mother? Well, when I say a mother, methought you saw a serpent. Oh, what's in a mother makes you start at it? I say, I am your mother. Mom.
Oh.
Mom. Madre. Ma mère. Mommy.
Oh.
And put you in the catalog of those that were in wombed mine. God's mercy, mate, it's occurred thy blood to say that I am thy mother? What is wrong? That this distempered messenger of wet, this many-colored iris round thine eye, why? That I am your mother?
Then you are not. Good madam, to count your son cannot be my brother. I am from humble, he from honored name. Of my master, my dear lord he is, and I, his servant, live, and will his vassal die. He must not be my brother.
Nor I your mother.
are my mother, madam, would you were, so that my lord your son were not my brother. We both are lovers. I care no more for that than I do for heaven. Can't no other, but I, your daughter, he must be my brother.
Ellen, you might be my daughter-in-law. God shield you mean it not. Daughter and mother so strive upon my pulse. Oh, what? Pale again? My fear hath catched your fondness. Now I see you love my son. An invention is ashamed against the proclamation of thy passion to say thou dost not. Therefore tell true, or they have told me that it is so. For look, thy cheeks confess it one to the other, and thine eyes see it so grossly shown in thy figures that other kindly speak it. Say that I am thy mother? Only sin and hellish obstinacy tie thy tongue to say it, the truth of it. Speak it. Is it so? Tell me truth.
Good madam, pardon me.
Do you love my son?
Your pardon, noble mistress.
Love you, my son.
Do not you love him, madam?
Go not about. My love had it in a bond, whereof the world takes note. Come, disclose the state of your passion. To have it till the full appear.
Then I confess, here on my knee before high heaven and you, then before you and next unto high heaven, I love your son. Be not offended, for it hurts not him that he is loved of me. I follow him not by any token of presumptuous suit, nor would I have him till I do deserve him. Yet never know not how that desert should be. I know, I love in vain, strive against hope, yet in this captious and untenable sieve I still pour in the waters of my love, and left out to lose it still. Gracious Adam, let not your hate encounter with my love for loving where you do. But if yourself, whose age and honor cites a virtuous youth, did ever so in true a flame of liking, wish chastely and love dearly, that her dying was both herself and love. Oh, then give pity to her whose fate is such that cannot choose, but lend, and give where it is sure to lose, who seeks not to find what her search implies, but riddle-like lives sweetly where she dies.
Had you not lately an intent, speak truly, to go to Paris?
Madam, I had.
Therefore tell true.
I will tell truth. By grace itself, I swear. You know, thy father left me some prescriptions of rare and proved effects, such as his reading and manifest experience had collected for general sovereignty, and willed me in heedful reservation to bestow them.
Where this is your motive for Paris.
There is a remedy, approved, set down, to cure the desperate languagings whereof the king is rendered lost.
You, Helen, if you should tender your supposed aid, he would receive it. His doctors are of a mind that they cannot help him, he that they cannot help. How can they credit a poor, unlearned virgin when the schools of their doctrine are bound, leave off in danger to itself?
There's something in it, more than my father's skill. And if your honor would but give me leave to go and try success, I'll venture the well-lost life of mine on his majesty's cure, by such a day and hour.
Dost thou believe it?
Aye, madam, knowingly.
My Helen, you have my leave and love, my means and attendance, and all my loving greetings to those of mine at court. I'll stay at home and send God's blessings on thy attempt. Be gone tomorrow, but be sure of this. What I can help thee to, thou shalt not miss.
Farewell, young lords. Whether I live or die, be you the sons of worthy Frenchmen. I say farewell.
Oh, my sweet lord, that you would stay behind us.
It's not his fault.
The spark.
Oh, 'tis brave wars!
Most admirable. I have seen those wars.
I am commanded here, and kept a coil with too young, and the next year, and 'tis too early.
And thy mind stand to it, boy. Steal away bravely.
I shall stay here, the 4-horse to a smock, creaking my shoes on the plain masonry till honor be brought up, and no sword worn, but one to dance with. Oh, by heaven, I'll steal away.
There's honor in the bet.
A minute, Count.
I am your accessory, and so farewell!
I grow to you. And, our parting is a tortured bond.
Farewell, Captain.
Sweet Monsieur Paroles.
Noble heroes! My sword and yours are kin. Good sparks and lustrous. A word. Good medals. You will find in the regiment one Captain Spurio with his cicatrice, an emblem of war, here on his sinister cheek. It was this sword entrenched it. Say to him, I live, and observe his reports for me.
We shall, noble Captain.
Mars, turn on you for his novices. What will you do?
Stay the king.
Use a more spacious ceremony to the noble lords. You've restrained yourself in the list of too cold and at you. Be more expressive to them and take a more dilated farewell.
And I shall do so.
Worthy fellows, I'd like to prove most continuous swordmanship.
Pardon, my lord, for me and for my tidings.
I'll fee thee to stand up.
Then, here a man stands that has bought his pardon. Will you be cured of your infirmity?
No!
Oh, will you eat no royal grapes, my royal fox? Yes, but my royal grapes, and if my royal fox could reach them, I have seen a medicine that breathes life into a stone, quickens a rock, and makes you dance and merry. There's one. Wait up. There's one I spoke of. In her age, her wisdom, constancy, her sex hath amazed me more than I dare blame my weaknesses. Will you speak with her, for that is her demand to know our business?
Really admiration, that we with thee may spend a one or two, or take on thine, by wondering how thou tookst it.
Nay, I'll fit you, and not be all day neither.
Thus he his special nothing ever prolongs.
Hey, come your ways. Hey, come your ways.
This priest hath wings indeed.
This is His Majesty. Say your mind to him. A traitor you do look like. But such traitors His Majesty seldom fears. I am the Crescent's uncle that dare lead two together. Very well.
Now, fair one, does your business follow us?
Aye, my good lord. Gerard de Narbonne was my father, in what he did profess well found.
I knew him.
Rather I will spare my praises towards him, knowing him to nothing. On bed of death, many receipts he did give me, and chiefly one, which, as the dearest issue of his practice, and of his old experience, the only darling, he bade me store up, like a triple eye, safer than mine own two, more dear. I have done so, and hearing that your majesty is touched with that malignant cause, wherein my dear father's gift stands chief in power, I come to tender it and my appliance with all bound humbleness.
We thank you, maiden, but may not be so credulous of cure. When our most learned doctors leave us, and the carpet segregated college had concluded that laboring art could never ransom nature from her native estate. To esteem a senseless help when help past sense we deem.
My duty shall then pay me for my pains. I will no more entreat my offices upon you, humbly entreating from your noble thoughts a modest one to bear me back again.
I cannot give thee less than to be called grateful. Thou thought'st to help me, and such thanks I give as one near death to those that wish to live. But what at full I know, thou know'st no part. I knowing all my peril, thou no art.
What I can do no hurt to try, since you have set up your rest against remedy. He that of greatest works is finisher, oft does them by the weakest minister. It is not so with him that all things knows, as 'tis with us, who swear our guests by shows. Full oft it is presumption in us, when, the help of heaven, we count the act of men. Dear sir, to my endeavors give consent. Of heaven, not me, make an experiment. I am no impostor that proclaim myself against the level of mine aid. But no, I think I know most sure. My art is not past power, nor you past cure.
Art thou so confident? Within what space wilt thou my cure?
The greatest grace-lending grace. Ere 24 times the pilot's glass hath told the thievish minutes how they pass, what is infirm from your sound parts shall fly. Health shall live free, and sickness freely die.
Upon thy certainty and confidence, what darest thou venture?
Tax of impudence, a strumpet's boldness, a divulged shame traduced by odious ballads. My maiden's name seared otherwise, nay, worse, if worse extended, with vilest torture, let my life be ended.
Sweet practicer, thy physic I will try, but ministers thine own death if I die.
And not helping, death's my fee. But if I do help, what do you promise me?
Make thy demand.
What will you make it even?
I, by my scepter and my hopes of heaven.
Then shalt thou give me with thy kingly hand what husband in thy power I will command. But such a one thy vassal, whom I know, is free for me to ask, thee to bestow.
Here is my hand, the premises observed. Thy will by my performance shall be served. So make the choice of thine own time, for I, thy resolve patient, on thee still rely. More should I question thee, and more I must, though more to know could not be more to trust. From whence thou camest, how tended on, but rest, unquestioned welcome and undoubted blessed. If thou proceed, as high as word, thy need shall match thy deed.
Come on, sir, I shall now put you to the heights of your breeding.
I will show myself highly fed and lowly taught. I know my business is but to the court.
To the court? Why, what makes you special? Would you put up that with such contempt, but to the court?
Well, truly, madam, if God had lent a man any manners, he may easily put it off at court. But for me, I have an answer will serve all men.
Oh, Mary, that's a bashful answer to fit all questions.
It is like a barber's chair that fits all buttocks. The pin buttock, the quanch buttock, the brawn buttock, or any buttock.
Will that answer serve to fit all questions?
As the nail to his hole, as the apple to his horn, as a scolding queen to a wrangling knave, as the nun's lips to the friar's mouth.
That's an answer of most monstrous size, does but 10 all answers.
But a trifle neither in good faith. Ask me if I am a courtier. It'll do you no harm to learn.
I am a fool in question, hoping to be wiser by your answer. I pray you, sir, are you a courtier?
Hello, sir! That's a simple putting off. Four, 100 of them.
Sir, I'm a poor friend that loves you.
Hello, sir! Thick, spare not me.
I it, sir, as I think.
Oh, Lord, sir! Spare not me.
Do you cry, "Oh Lord, sir," and spare not me? Indeed, your "Oh Lord, sir" is very sequential with a You would answer very well to a whipping if you were but bound to it.
I ne'er had worse luck in my life than my old Lord, sir. I see some things may serve long, but not serve ever.
I played the noble housewife at the time to entertain it so merrily.
Oh, Lord, sir! Why, there it serves well again!
And then, sir, to your business.
Oh.
Give Helen this, and urge her to a present answer that. Commend me to my son and my kinsman, this is not much.
Not much commendation to them.
Not much employment for you. You understand me?
Most fruitfully. I'm there before my legs.
Haste! You again!
They say miracles are patentable. And we have our philosophical persons to make common means supernatural, positive. It's as if we make trifles of terrors, ensconcing ourselves in deceiving knowledge when we should submit ourselves to an unknown fear.
Why, 'tis the rarest argument of wonder that have shot out in our latter times.
So it is. To be relinquished of the artist.
So I say.
Of all the learned and authentic fellows.
Right.
So I said, made him out incurable.
Right, there 'tis, so say I
To
could
be helped.
Right, as 'twere a man assured of a...
Uncertain life and sure death.
Right, you say well just what I said.
I say truly. 'Tis a novelty to the world.
It is indeed. If you shall have it in the showing, you shall read it in... what do you call there?
Showing a heavenly effect in an earthly actor?
That's it. I would have said it very simple.
Why, your dolphin is not lustier. For me, I speak in respect.
Nay, 'tis strange. 'Tis very strange. That is the brief and the tedious of it. And he's of a most fascinarious spirit that will not acknowledge it to be the...
Very hand of heaven.
Aye, so I say.
In a most weak
And tempile minister, great power, great transcendence, which should indeed give us a further use to be made, that alone the recovery of the king, as to be...
generally thankful.
I would have said it. You say well. Here comes the king.
Must like the Dutch. I'm like a maid defender. Also, I have a tooth in my head. Why? He did. He leads her a Toronto.
You've been years, not this Helen.
For God, I think so.
Sit, my preserver, by thy patient's side, and with this helpful hand, whose banished sense thou hast repealed, a second time receive the confirmation of my promised gift, which but attends thy naming. Fair maid, send forth thine eye, this youthful parcel of noble bachelors, stand in my bestowing, over whose most sovereign power and father's voice I have to use. Thy frank election make, thy hast power to choose, and they none to forsake.
Gentlemen, heaven hath through me restored the king to health.
We understand it, and thank heaven for you!
I am a simple maid, and therein wealthiest that I protest, I simply am a maid. The blushes in my cheeks do whisper me, we blush that thou shouldst choose, but we refuse, let white death sit on thy cheek forever, will ne'er come there again.
Make choice and see. Who shuns thy love shuns all his love and meet.
I dare not say I take you, but that I give me and my service into your guiding power ever whilst I live. This is the man.
Why then, young Bertram, take her, she's thy wife.
My wife. My liege. I shall beseech your highness in such a business, give me leave to use the help of mine own eyes.
Know so much, Bertram, what she has done for me.
Yes, my lord, but never hope to know why I should marry her.
She's raised me from my sickly bed.
Follows it, my lord, to bring me down must answer to your basin. I know well she had her breeding at my father's charge. A poor physician's daughter, my wife? Disdain rather corrupts me ever.
'Tis only title thou disdainst in her, the which I can build up. Strange is it that our bloods of color, weight, and heat, put all together with quite confound distinction, yet stand off in differences so mighty. If she be all that is virtuous, save what thou dislikest. A poor physician's daughter, thou dislikest a title for the name, but do not so. From lowest place, when virtuous things proceed, the place is dignified by the doer's deed. What more can be said? If thou canst like this creature as a maid, I can create the rest. Virtue and she is her own dower. Honor and wealth from me.
I cannot love her. Nor will strive to do it.
Thou wrongest thyself if thou shouldst strive to choose.
You are well restored, my lord. I'm glad. Let the rest go.
My honor's at the stake, which to defeat, I must produce my power. Here, take her hand. Proud, scornful boy, unworthy this good gift, that dost invile his pigeon shackle up my love and her desert. Check thy contempt. Obey our will, which travails in thy good. Believe not thy disdain, but presently do thine own fortunes that obedient right, which both thy duty owes and our power claims. Or I will throw thee from my care forever into the daggers and the careless laughs of youth and ignorance, both by revenge and hate, loosened upon thee in the name of justice without all terms of pity. Speak thine answer!
Pardon me. My gracious lord, for I submit my fancy to your eyes. When I consider what great creation, what dole of honor lies where you it, I find that she, which late was in my nobler thoughts most base, is now the praise of the king, who so ennobled is as 'twere born so.
Take her by the hand and tell her she is thine.
Oh, I take her hand.
Good fortune and the favor of the king smile upon this contract, whose ceremony shall seem expedient on the now born breed and be performed tonight. The solemn feast shall more attend upon the coming space, expecting absent friends. As thou lovest her, thy love's to me religious. Else does err.
Do you hear, monsieur? A word?
Your pleasure, sir.
Your lord and master did well to make this recantation.
Recantation? My lord? My master?
Is not a language I speak.
A most harsh one, and not to be understood without bloody succeeding.
Are you a companion to Count Rousselon?
To any counts, to all counts, to what is man?
Oh, to what is counts, man? Counts. Master is of another style.
You are too old, sir. Let it satisfy you. You are too old.
I did think thee for 2 meals to be a pretty wise fellow. Thou didst make tolerable vent of thy travel. It might pass. But the scarfs and bannerets about thee manifoldly dissuade me from believing thee a vessel of too great a burden. I have found thee! And when I lose thee again, I care not. Art thou good for nothing but taking up? And that thou art scarce worth.
Oh, hadst thou not the privilege of antiquity upon thee?
Oh, do not plunge thyself too far in anger, lest thou hasten thy trial. Fare thee well. Thy casement I need not open, for I look through thee. Give me thy hand.
This is most egregious indignity, my lord.
Aye, with all my heart, and thou art worthy of it.
I have not, my lord, deserved it.
Yes, every dram, and I will not make thee a scruple.
Well, I shall be wiser.
Never thou beest found in thy scarfs and beaten, you shall find what it is to be proud of thy bondage. I have a desire to hold my acquaintance with thee, or rather, my knowledge, that I may say in the default, he is a man I know. Old, scurvy, filthy, old, scurvy lord! I must be patient. There's no fettering of authority. I'll beat him! And if I could but be with him any convenience, and he were double and double a lord, I'd have no more pity of his age than I would of... I'll beat him if I could but meet with him again! That's right! There's news! You have a new mistress! I most unfeignedly beseech your lordship to make some reservations of your wrongs. He is my good lord, whom I serve above is my master. Who, God? I, sir. Devil it is, that's thy master. Why? Dost thou garter up thy arms of this fashion? Dost thy hose of sleeves? Do other servants so? If I were 2 hours younger, I'd beat thee. Oh, thou art a general offense, and every man should beat thee. This is partial and deserved measure, my lord. Go to. You are a vagabond and no true traveler. You are more saucy with lords and honorable personages than the commission of your birth and virtue gives you heraldry. I have no more words for you, else I call you knave. I leave. Good. Very good. Just let it be concealed a while. Good. Very good. Oh. Unknown. Forfeited to cares. What's the matter, sweetheart? Although before the solemn priest I have sworn, I'll not bed her. What? Sweetheart? My parole is they have married me! All to the Tuscan Wars, never bed her. France is a dog hole, and no more merits the tread of a man's foot to the war! There's letters from my mother, the importance of which I know not yet. Aye, that would be known. Lord, my boy, Lord, he wears his honor in a box unseen that hugs his chicky-wicky here at home, spending his manly marrow in her arms, which should sustain the bound and high curvet of Mars' fiery steed, therefore to the war! They tell me so! I'll send her to my house, acquaint my mother with my hate to her, wherefore I am fled right to the king, that which I durst not speak. His present gift shall furnish me to those Italian fields where noble fellows strike. A war is no strife to the dark house and the detested wine. This capriccio holden thee, art sure? Go feed my chambers and advise me. I'll send her straight away tomorrow. I to the wars, she to her single sorrow. Why are these balls bound? There's noise in it. 'Tis hard. A young man married is a man that's marred. Therefore, away. And leave her bravely go. The king has done you wrong. But hush. 'Tis so.
My mother greets me kindly.
Truly. She's very well indeed. But for 2 things.
What do you think?
Well, one, that she's not in heaven. To which God send her quickly. The other, that she's here on earth. From whence God send her quickly.
Bless you, my fortunate lady.
Oh, I hope, good sir, I have your blessing to have mine own good fortune.
Lord. You had my prayers to lead them on and to keep them on, have them still. Oh, my name! How does my old lady?
So that you had her wrinkles and I her money, I would do as you say.
Why, I say nothing.
Marry, you are the wiser man. For many a man's tongue shakes out his master's undoing.
Go to, thou art a witty fool. I have found thee.
Did you, find me in yourself, sir? Or were you taught to find me?
The search, sir.
Was profitable. And much fool may you find in you, even to the world's pleasure and increase in laughter.
Good full and faith, and well fed. Madam, my lord must go away tonight. A very serious business calls on him. The great prerogative and right to love, which, as your due time claims, he does acknowledge, but puts it off to a compelled restraint, whose want and whose delay is strewed with sweets, which they distill now in the curbed time to make the coming hour o'erflow with joy and pleasure round the brim.
What more commands he?
That you will take your instant leave of the king and make this haste as your own good proceeding, strengthened with what apology you think may make its probable need.
What's his will else?
That this having done, you presently attend his further pleasure.
In everything, I wait upon his will.
I shall report it so.
I'm ready. Come, Sirrah.
I hope your lordship thinks him not a soldier.
Yes, my lord, and a very valiant of proof.
You have it from his own deliverance.
And by other warrants of testimony.
Then my dial goes not true. I took the lark for a dodo.
I do assure you, my lord, he is very great in knowledge and accordingly valiant.
And I have sinned against his experience and transgressed against his valor. And my state that way is dangerous, for I cannot yet find it in my heart to repent. Oh, here he comes. Pray, make us friends. I will pursue the enemy.
These things have been done, my lord.
Are you, sir, who's this tailor? Sir? Oh, I know him well. Sir. He, sir, is a good workman, a very good tailor.
Is she gone to the king?
She is.
Will she await tonight?
That you'll have her.
I've written my letters, casketed my treasure, given orders for our horses, and tonight, when I should take possession of the bride, and the heir I do think me it has.
A good traveler is something at the latter end of dinner. But he that lies 3/3 and passes a known truth to pass 1,000 nothings should be heard once and twice beaten. God save you, Captain.
Is there any unpleasantness between my lord and monsieur?
I know not how I have deserved to run into my lord's displeasure.
You have made shift to run into it. Boots and spurs and all, like the him that leaped into the custard and fell out of it. You'll run again. Rather than suffer the question of your residence.
It may be you have mistaken.
And
my
so
lord.
ever do, though I took him at prayers. Fare you well, my lord, and believe this of me. There can be no colonel in this light nut. This man wears his spirit in his clothes. Do not trust him in matters of heavy consequence. Farewell, Monsieur. I have spoken better of you than you have or will to deserve at my hand. But we must do good against evil.
An idle lord, I swear.
I think so.
Do you not know him?
Yes, I do know him very well, and common speech gives him a worthy past. Here comes my clock.
Sir, I have, as I was commanded from you, spoken with the king and procured his leave for present parting. Only he desires some private speech with you.
I shall obey his will. You must not marvel, Helen, at my course, which holds not color with the time, nor does the ministration or required office on my particular. Prepared I was not for such a business. And therefore am I found so much unsettled. This drives me to entreat you that presently you take our way for home, and rather muse than ask why I entreat you, for my reasons are better than they seem. and my appointments have in them a need greater than shows itself at first view. To you, that know them not. These to my mother. It will be 2 days ere I shall see you again, so I leave you to your wisdom.
Sir, I can nothing say but that I am your most obedient servant.
Come, no more of that.
And never shall, with true observance, seek to eke out that wherein toward me my homely stars have failed to equal my great fortune.
Let that go. My haste is very great. Farewell.
I'm afraid, sir, your pardon.
Well, what would you say?
I am not worthy of the wealth I owe, nor dare I say 'tis mine, and yet it is. Like a timorous thief, most fain would steal what law would vouch mine own.
What would you have?
Something, and nothing yet. I would not tell you what I would, my lord. Okay, yes. Let foes do sunder and not kiss.
I prithee stay not, but in haste to horse. Farewell.
I shall not break your bidding, good my lord.
Where are my other men, monsieur? Farewell. Go thou toward home, where I will never come until I can shake the sword or hear the drum. Away before our flights.
Bravely, Coraggio!
I have sent you a daughter-in-law. She hath recovered the king and undone me. I have wedded her, not bedded her, and swore to make the knot eternal. You shall hear I am run away. Know it before the report come. There be breadth enough in the world, I will hold a long distance. Better. My duty to you, your unfortunate son, Bertram. This is not well rationed unbridled boy, to fly the favors of so good a king, to pluck his indignations upon thy head by the misprizing of a maid, too fair for want of empire.
Save you, good madam!
Madam, my lord is gone, forever gone!
Think upon patience. Pray you, gentlemen, I have felt so many quirks of joy and grief that on the first face of neither, on the start, can woman me unto it. I pray you, where is my son?
Madam, he's gone to serve the Duke of Florence. We met him thitherward, from thence we came, and after some dispatching him at court, thither we bend again.
When thou canst get the ring upon thy finger, which never shall come off, and show me a child begotten of thy body that I am father to, then call me husband. But in such a den I write a never. 'Tis a dreadful sentence.
Brought you that letter, gentlemen? Aye, madam, for the contents they are sorry for our pains. I pray, lady, have a better cheer. Thou engrossest all the griefs of thine, thou robbest me of a moiety. He was my son. I shall wash him from my blood, and thou art all my child. Towards Florence, was he?
Aye, madam.
And to be a soldier.
Such is his noble purpose. And believe it, the Duke will lay upon him all the honor that good convenience claims.
Return you thither?
Aye, madam, with the swiftest wing of speed.
Till I have no wife, I have nothing in France.
You have it.
Aye, madam!
'Tis but the boldness of his hand, haply, which his heart was not consenting to.
Nothing in France till I have no wife? Oh, there is nothing here to for him but only she. She deserves a lord, and 20 such rude boys may tend upon and call her hourly mistress. Who is with him?
A servant only, and a gentleman which I have some time known.
Roles, was it?
My good lady.
Tainted fellow and full of wickedness.
Indeed,
welcome, gentlemen. I will entreat you when you see my son to tell him that his sword shall never win the honor that he loses. Or I will entreat you written a bare law.
We serve you, madam, in this and all your worthiest affairs.
So, but will you draw near?
Till I have no wife, I have nothing in France. Nothing in France until he has no wife. Thou shalt have none, Rousillon, none in France, and hast thou all again. My poor lord, is it I that chase thee from thy country? Expose those tender limbs of thine to the event of the non-sparing war? I will away. My being here is that what keeps thee hence. Shall I stay here to do it? No, no. Though the air of paradise did fan the house, and angels office all, I will away. That pitiful rumour may report my flight to consolate thine ear. Come, night, end day, for with the dark with thee I'll steal away.
Alas, but wouldn't you take the letter of her? Might you not know she would do as she has done by sending me a letter to read it again? I am Saint Jacques Pilgrim, thither gone. Ambitious love hath so with me offended that barefoot plod I the cold ground upon. With sainted vows my heart's to have amended. Right, that from the bloody course of war, my dearest master, your dear son may hide. Bless him at home in peace, whilst I from far his name with zealous fervor sanctify. He is too good for death in me, whom I myself embrace to set him free. That's what sharp stings are in his mildest words. Well, noble, your wit is lack advice so much as letting her pass so. Had I spoken with her, I could have well diverted her intent with thus she hath prevented. Pardon me, madam. If I had given you this at overnight, she might have been ordained, and yet she writes, pursuit would be but vain. What angel shall bless his unworthy husband? We cannot thrive unless her prayers, whom heaven delights to hear and loves to grant, reprieve him of this wrath of greatest justice. Right, Ronaldo, to this unworthy husband of his vile. Happily, when he hears that she is gone, he shall return. And hope I may that she, hearing such, will return hither on your love. This is thy way. Is it done? Very good.
Nay, come, for I think you approach the city with shouts all the time.
They say the French Count has done a most honorable service.
They say he has taken their greatest commander, and that with his own hand he slew the Duke's brother.
Well, Diana, take heed of the French Earl. The honor of the maid is her name, and no legacy is so rich as honesty.
I have told my neighbor how you've been solicited by a gentleman, his companion.
Oh, he that did hang him one parole. A soldier that's so under of the French Earl. Diana, take heed of their enticements, tokens, oaths, and other engines of lust, for that's not what they go under. Many a maid hath been seduced by them. You shall not need to fear me.
I hope so. Oh, look, here comes a pilgrim. I know she will stay at my house, thither they send one another. I'll question her. God save you, pilgrim. Whither are you bound?
To St. Jacques-le-Grand. Where do the Palmers lodge, I do beseech you?
At the St. Francis, here besides the port.
Is this the way?
Aye, Mary is. Oh, hark you, they come this way. Oh, if you will tarry, holy pilgrim, until the troops come by, I will conduct you where you shall be lodged. For the rather, I think I know my host as well as yourself.
Is it yourself?
If you shall please so.
I thank you, and will stay upon your leisure.
You came, I think, from France?
I did so.
Here you shall see a countryman of yours that has done a worthy service.
His name, I pray you.
Count Roussillon. No, you're such a one.
But by the ear, that hears most nobly of him. His face I know not.
What's the matter, he is? He's bravely taken here. He stole from France, as it was reported, for the king had married him against his liking. Think it was so?
I hear the truth. I know his lady.
There's a gentleman that serves the count, report but coarsely of her.
What's his name?
Monsieur Parolles.
I believe with him. In arguments of praise, or to the work of the great count himself, she is too mean to have her name mentioned. All her deserving is of reserved honesty, and that I have not heard examined.
Alas, poor lady. 'Tis a hard bondage to become the wife of a detesting lord.
I warrant, good creature, wheresoever she is, her heart weighs sadly. This young maid, I do her a swift turn if she so please.
How do you mean? Maybe the amorous count solicits her in the unlawful purpose.
Oh, he does indeed, and solicits, with all that can in such a suit, corrupt the tender honor of a maid. But she is armed for him and keeps her guard in honestest defense.
The gods forbid it!
Oh, so now they come. That is Antonio, the Duke's eldest son.
I like him well.
Oh, 'tis a pity he's not honest. God's that same maid that leads to these places. Were I his lady, I would poison that vile rascal.
Oh, which is he?
The jackal with scars.
Why is he melancholy?
Perchance he is hurt in the battle.
Lose our drum? Well,
Harry, hang you!
My courtesies for a ring carrier.
The troop is past. Come, pilgrim. I will bring you where you shall host. Come enjoy penitence. There's 4 or 5 great St. Chucks already at my house.
I humbly thank you. Pleasing this matron and this gentle maid to dine with us tonight, the charge and thanking shall be for me. And, to requite you further, I will bestow some precepts of this virgin worthy the note.
We'll take your offer kindly.
Say good, my lord. Put him to it. Let him have his way.
If your lord find him not a hilding, owe me no more in your respect.
On my life, my lord, a bull.
Do you think I am so far deceived in him?
Believe it, my lord, in my own direct knowledge, to speak with him without any malice, but as my kinsman. He's the most notable coward, an infinite and endless liar, an hourly promise breaker, and the owner of no one good quality worthy of your lordship's entertainment.
It were fit you knew him, my lord. Lest reposing too far in his virtue, which he hath not, he might at some great main business and a main danger fail you.
I would I knew in what particular action to try him.
None better than to let him fetch off his drum, which you hear him so confidently undertake to do.
I, with a troop of Florentines, will suddenly surprise him, such I will have, whom I am sure he knows not from the enemy. We will bind and hoodwink him so that he thinks he is being carried into the leaguer of adversaries when we bring him to our own tent. Be but your lordship present at this examination, and if he does not for the promise of his life and the highest compulsion of base fear, offer to betray you and deliver all of his intelligence and his power against you? Never trust my judgment, Nathan.
Oh, for the love of laughter, let him fetch his drum. He says he has a stratagem for it. Ah, here he comes.
How now, monsieur? This, drum sticks sorely in your disposition.
Oh, a pox on it! Let it go! 'Tis but a drum.
But a drum? Is't but a drum? A drum so lost? Ah, we had excellent command.
Well, we cannot greatly condemn our success. Some dishonor we had in the loss of that drum. But it is not to be recovered.
It might have been recovered.
It might, but it is not now.
It is to be recovered. But that the merit of service seldom is attributed to the true and exact performer. I would have that drum.
Why, if you have a stomach, to it! If you think your mystery and stratagem can once again bring this instrument of honor again into his native quarter, oh, be magnanimous in the enterprise and go on. I will grace the attempt for a worthy exploit. If you speak well in it, the Duke shall both speak of it.
By the hand of a soldier, I will undertake it.
But you must not now sleep in it.
I will about it this evening, and will presently go put myself into mortal preparation, and by midnight look to hear further from me.
Ah, may I be bold to acquaint his grace you are going about it?
I know not what the success will be, my lord, but the attempt I vow.
I know thou valiant. To the possibility of thy soldiership, will subscribe for thee. Farewell.
I love not many words.
No more than a fish loves water! Is this not a strange fellow, my lord, that so confidently seems to undertake this business, which he knows is not to be done, damns himself to do, and dares better be damned than do it?
You do not know him, my lord, as we do. Sure it is enough that he will steel himself into a man's favor, and for a week escape a great deal of discoveries. But when you find him out, you have him ever after.
Why, do you think you will make no deed at all of this that so seriously he does address himself unto?
None in the world, but return with an invention and climb upon you to utter improbable lies!
He was first smoked by the old Lord LeFou. When he and his disguise parted, tell me what a sprat you shall find him, which you shall see this very night.
I'll go build the trap! He shall be caught!
Your brother. He shall go with me.
Please, your lordship, I'll lead you!
And now, shall I lead you to the house and show you the maid I spoke of?
But you say she's honest.
That's all the fault. I spoke with her but once and found her wondrous cold. I sent to her by the same coxcomb we have the wind, tokens and letters, which she did resend. But that is all that I have done. Come, will you go see her? She is fair.
With all my heart, my lord.
If you misdoubt that I am not she, I know not how I shall assure you further.
Though my estate be fallen, I was well born, nothing acquainted with these businesses, and I would not now have my reputation put in any stating act.
Nor would I wish you. First, give me trust. The Count, he is my husband, and what to your sworn counsel I have spoken is so from word to word, and that you cannot, by the good aid that I of you shall borrow, err in bestowing.
I should believe you, for you have showed me that which well approves your great infortune.
Take this purse of gold, and let me buy your friendly help thus far, which I will overpay and pay again when I have found it. Count, he woos your daughter, lays down in his wanton siege before her beauty, resolved to carry her. Let her, in fine consent, as we'll instruct her how 'tis best to bear it. Now his important blood will not deny that she'll demand a ring the county wears, which downward hath succeeded in his house from son to son, some 4 or 5 descents since the first father wore it. This ring he holds in most rich choice, but in his idle fires by his will would not seem too dear. however
Now-
after.
I see the bottom of your purpose.
You see it long ago. It is no more but that your daughter, ere she seems as one, desires this ring, appoints him in encounter, in time, delivers me to fill the time. After this, to marry her, I'll add 3,000 crowns to what is paid already.
Oh, I have yielded! Instruct my daughter how she shall persevere. That time and place with this deceit so lawful may prove coherent. Every night he comes with musics of all sorts and songs composed to her unworthiness. And nothing steadfast to chide him of our eves, for he persists as though his life depends on it.
And then tonight, let us say our plot, which, if it speed, is wicked meaning in a lawful deed, and lawful meaning in a lawful act. We're both not sin, and yet a sinful fact. But let's about it.
Now, he can come no way but by this head corner. When you sally upon him, speak what terrible language you will, though you understand it not yourselves, no matter, for we must seem to not understand him, unless someone among us whom we must produce for an interpreter.
Captain, let me be the interpreter.
Art thou not acquainted with him? Knows he not thy voice?
No, sir, I warrant you.
Now, he hath a smack of all neighboring languages, therefore we must be, every one a man of his own fancy, not to know what we say one to another, so we seem to know is to know straight our purpose. Cost language, careful enough and good enough. As for you, interpreter, you must seem very politic. Potato, here he comes!
Jerry. 10 o'clock. Within these 3 hours will be time enough to go home. What shall I say I have done? Must be applause of invention that carries it to begin to smoke me, and disgraces have of late too often knocked at my door. I find my tongue is too foolhardy, but my heart hath the fear of Mars before it and of his creatures, not daring the reports of my tongue.
This was the first truth that ere thine own tongue was guilty of.
What the devil should influence me to undertake the recovery of this drum, being not ignorant of the impossibility and knowing I had no such purpose? I must give myself some hurts and say I got them in exploits. Yet little ones will not carry it. They will say, "Can you off it a little?" Great ones I do not give. Wherefore, what's the instance?
Is it possible that he should know what he is and be that he is?
Would that the cutting of my garments would serve the turn, or the breaking of my Spanish sword,
We cannot afford you so.
or to bare my beard and say it was in stratagem,
What I do?
or to drown my clothes and say I was stripped.
Hardly serve!
Though I swore I leaped from the window of the citadel.
How deep?
30 fathom.
30 great scarce souls would make that be believed.
When I had any drum of the enemies, and swore I had recovered it.
You shall hear what anon.
Drum now of the enemies. Oh, ransom, ransom, do not have my eyes! I know you are the regiment! And I shall lose my life for want of language! Be there any here, German, Dane, Low Dutch, French, or Italian, speak to me out! Discover that which shall undo the Florentine!
Sir, I understand thee and can speak thy tongue. Sir, betake me to thy feet, for 17 poniards are at thy bosom. The general is content to spur thee yet, and hoodwinked as my life.
Oh, pretty dude, I'll speak that. I will reveal all the secrets of our camp, their forces, their purpose, their secret thing. I'll speak that which you shall wonder at.
But wilt thou faithfully?
Oh, if I do not, damn me.
Come on, grant his faith.
Go! Tell the Calverley-Frye and my brother, we have caught the woodcock! And we'll keep him muffled till we do hear from them.
Yes, Captain, they will!
Till then, I'll keep him dark and safely locked. Oh.
They told me that your name was Bonsabat?
No, my good lord, Diana.
Title goddess, and with addition. But, fair soul, in your fine frame, hath love no quality. If quick-fire you light not your minds, you are no maid. Monuments. Now you should be as your mother was when your sweet self was gone.
She then was honest.
So should you be.
No, she did but duty, my lord, such as you owe to your wife.
Oh, no more. I really do not strive against my vow. I was compelled to her. But I love thee. And by love's own sweet constraints will do thee all rights and services.
Aye, so you serve us till we serve you. But when you have our roses, you merely leave us our thorns to prick ourselves and mock us with our barrenness.
How have I sworn?
'Tis not the many oaths that make the truth, but the plain a single vow that is vowed true. What is not holy that we swear not by, but take the highest to witness? And I pray you tell me, if I should swear by God's great attributes that I loved you dearly, would you believe my oaths when I did love you ill? This has no holding to swear by him whom I protest to love, that I will work against him. Therefore your oaths are words in poor condition, but unsealed, at least in my opinion.
Oh, change it, change it. Be not so holy. Fool, love is holy. And my integrity ne'er knew the crafts that you do charge men with. Stand no more off, but give thyself unto my sick desire. You then recover, say thou art mine, and my love ever, as it begins, shall so persevere.
Give me that ring.
I'll lend it thee, my dear, but have no power to give it from me.
Will you not, my lord?
It is an honor belonging to our house, bequeathed down from many ancestors, which were the greatest obloquy in the world in me to lose.
Mine honors such a ring. My chastity's the jewel of our house, bequeathed down from many ancestors, which were the greatest obloquy in the world in me to lose. Thus your own common wisdom brings in the champion honor on my part against your vain assault.
Here, take my ring, mine honor, my house, yea, my life. Be thou, and all be did by.
When midnight comes, knock at my chamber window. All order take my mother shall not hear. Now will I charge you with a band of truth. When you have conquered my yet maiden bed, remain there but an hour, nor speak to me. My reasons are most strong in this, and you shall know them. When back again this ring shall be delivered, and in the night I'll place another ring on your finger, that in what time proceeds may token to the future our past deed. Adieu till then fail not, you have won a wife of me, though there my hope be done.
Oh, heaven on earth! I have won by wooing thee!
Heaven and me, you may sow in the end. My mother told me just how he would woo, and he set his heart. She says all men have the like oaths. He had sworn to marry me when his wife's dead, therefore I'll lie with him when I'm buried. Since Frenchmen are so great, marry that will, I live and die a maid.
You have not given him his mother's letter.
I have delivered it an hour since. There's something in it that stains his nature, for upon the reading of it, he changed almost into another man.
He has much worthy blame laid upon him for shaking off so good a wife, and so sweet a lady.
Especially since he hath incurred the everlasting displeasure of the king. I will tell you something, but you will let it dwell darkly with you.
When you have spoken, 'tis dead, and I am the grave of it.
Order, 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 order!
He hath perverted a young gentlewoman here in Florence of a most chaste renown. And tonight he fleshes his will in the spoil of her honor. He hath given her his monumental ring, and thinks himself made in the most unchaste composition.
Now God delay our rebellion. As we are ourselves, what things are we? We shall not then have his company tonight.
Not till after midnight, for he is dieted to his hour.
That approaches apace. I would gladly have him see his company anatomized, that he might take a measure of his judgment, wherein so curiously he set this counterfeit.
We will not meddle with him, not till he do come, for his presence must be the whip of the other.
In the meantime, what hear you of these wars?
I hear there is an overture peace.
Nay, I assure you, a peace concluded.
What will Count Rousselon do then? Will he travel higher or return again into France?
I perceive by this demand you are not altogether of his counsel.
Let it be forbid, sir, that I be a great deal of his act.
Sir, his wife, some 2 months since, fled his house. Her pretense was a pilgrimage to St. Jacques the Grand, which, holy undertaking with most austere sanctimony, she accomplished. And there, residing in the tenderness of her nature, became as prey to her grief. In fine, made a groan of her last breath, and now she sings in heaven.
How is this justified?
The stronger part of it by her own letters, which makes her story true even to the point of her death. Her death itself was faithfully confirmed by the rector of the place.
Hath the Count all of this intelligence?
Aye, and all the particular confirmations, point from point, so to the full arming of the verity.
I am heartily sorry of the Gladfords.
How mightily sometimes we make us comforts of our losses.
And how mightily some other times we drown our gain in tears.
Oh, here comes his lordship now. How now, my lord? It's not after midnight.
I have tonight dispatched 16 different businesses a month's length apiece by an abstract of success. I have congeed with the Duke, done my adieu with his nearest, married a wife, mourned for her, writ to my lady mother I am returning, entertained my convoy, and, between these main parcels of dispatch, effected many nicer needs.
If
The last was the greatest, but that is not ended yet.
If the business be of any difficulty, and this morning your departure ends, it requires haste of your lordship.
I mean, the business is not ended, as fearing to hear of it hereafter. But, shall we have this dialogue between the fool and the soldier? Come, bring forth this counterfeit module. He has deceived me like a double-meaning prophet.
Bring it forth, has sat the stocks all night, poor gallant knave!
No matter, his heels have deserved it, usurping his spurs so long.
When it comes!
He calls for the tortures. What will you say without him?
I will confess what I know without constraint. If he pinch me like a pasty, I can say no more.
You are a merciful general. General Pitt, you answer to what I shall ask you out of a note.
Oh, and truly as I hope to live.
First, you shall demand of him how many horse the Duke is strong. What say you to that?
It's 5,000 or 6,000, but very poor and unserviceable. The troops are all scattered in the Commander's very poor roads, upon my reputation and credit as I hope to live.
Well, all's one to him. What a fascinating slave this is.
Oh, you're deceived, my lord. This is Monsieur Paroles, the gallant militarist. That was his own phrase.
5,000 or 6,000 horse, I said, or thereabouts. I'll speak true. I pray you say. Poor roads, I pray you say.
He's very near the truth in this.
But I count him no thanks in the nature he delivers it.
Poor roads, I pray you say, for I'll speak true.
Well, that's it
Oh,
down.
I humbly thank you, sir. The roads are marvelous poor.
You shall demand of him of how many a foot they are strong, the Duke.
Well, let me see. If I was to live this present hour, I will tell true. Let me see. Spurio, 150. My own company, 250 each. 250. So the muster file, Rodney Town, must amount not to 15,000 pole upon my life. The half of which dare not shake snow from off their cassocks, lest they shake themselves to pieces.
What shall be done?
Oh, nothing, but let him have thanks. Demand of him my condition, and what credit I have with the Duke.
Well, that's set down. You shall demand of him whether one Captain Dumaine be at the camp, a Frenchman, what his reputation is with the Duke, what his expertness in wars, his valor, honesty, and whether or not you think it might be possible with well-weighing sums of gold to corrupt him to revolt. What say you to this? What do you know of it?
I pray you, press me to the particular of the interrogators. Let me answer them singly.
Do you know this Captain Dumaine?
I know him! Was a butcher's apprentice in Paris, from which he was whipped for getting a sheriff's fool with child. A dumb innocent that cannot say him nay.
Well, is he in the Duke of Florence's camp?
Upon my knowledge he is, and lousy.
What is
Nay,
it?
look not upon me so. We shall hear more of your lordship anon.
Well, what is his reputation with the Duke?
The Duke knows him to be no other but a poor officer of mine, and wrote to me this other day to turn him out of the bag. I think I have his letter in my pocket.
Mary will search!
Good sentence. I do not know if it is there or no. It is either there or it is upon a file with the Duke's other letters in my tent.
Here it is! Here's a paper! Shall I read it to you?
I do not know if it is there or no.
Our interpreter does it well.
Excellently.
Diane, the Count's a fool.
Oh, that is not the Duke's letter, sir. That is an advertisement to a proper maid of Florence, one Diana, to heed the allurements of one Count Roussillon, a foolish, idle boy. But for all that very ruttish, I pray, put it up again.
Hey, I'll read it first, by your favor.
My meaning in it is very honest in the honor of the maid, for I know the Count to be a young and dangerous and lascivious boy who's a whale of virginity and eats out all the fry and finds. Devil, both sides, rogue.
When he swears oath, make him drop gold and take it. After he scores, he never pays the score. Half won is match well made, match and well make it. He never pays after debts, take it before. Say a soldier, Diane, told me this. Men are to mell with, boys are not to kiss. For count of this, the Count's a fool, I know it. Pays before, but not when he does owe it. Thine as he vowed to be in thy ear always.
He shall be whipped through the army with this rhyme in sport.
This is your devoted friend, sir, the manifold linguist and omnipotent soldier.
I perceive, sir, by the general's looks, we shall be fain to hang you.
The moment that my offences being many, I would repent out the remainder of nature, that I may live, sir, in the stocks, in the dungeon, or anywhere so that I may live.
We'll see what may be done so that you confess freely. Therefore, once more to this Captain Dumaine, you have answered to his reputation with the Duke, to his honesty, to his valor. What more do you know?
His honesty, there's little that can be said about his honesty. He will steal, sir, an egg out of a cloister. He will lie with such volubility that you would think honor were a fool. Drunkenness is his best virtue, for he would be swine drunk. But did you know in his sleep, sir, he does little harm, save to his bedclothes. But did you know his conditions and lay him in straw? There's little more, sir, that can be said about his honesty. He has nothing that an honest man should have. What an honest man should have, he has nothing.
You get to love him for this.
For this description of thine honesty?
What of his brother, the other Captain Dumaine? What of he?
Be asking of me.
What of he?
Eating a crow in the same nest. Not altogether so great as the first in goodness, but greater a great deal in evil. For he exceeds his brother for a coward, yet his brother is reputed one of the best that is. In any retreat, he outruns any lackey. Marry, and coming on, he has the cram.
If your life be saved, will you undertake to betray the Florentine?
I am the captain of his horse, Count Rousillon.
I will whisper with the general and know his pleasure.
A plague of all drums, I'll no more drumming. Only to seem to deserve well and to beguile the supposition of that lascivious young fool, Count Rousillon, have I fallen into this danger. Yet who would have suspected an ambush where I was taken?
There is no remedy, sir, but you must die. General says you, and have made such pestiferous reports of men so nobly held could serve the world for no honest use, therefore you must die. Come, headsman, off with his head!
Oh, Lord, sir! Let me live! Or let me see my death!
That shall you, and take leave of all your friends. So about you. Know you any here?
Good morrow, noble captain.
God bless you, Captain Paroles.
God save you, noble captain.
Captain, what greeting will you to my Lord LeFou? I am for France.
Oh, good captain! Will you give me a copy of the sonnet you read to Diana on behalf of the Count Rousillon? And I were not a coward, I compel it of you. But fare you well.
You are undone, Captain, all but your scarf that has a knot on it yet.
Who cannot be crushed with a plot?
You would find out a country where the women were that have received so much shame. You might be given impudent nation. Fare thee well, sir. I am for France too. We shall speak of you there.
Oh, yet am I thankful! If my heart were great, 'twould burst at this! Captain, I'll be no more, but I will drink and sleep and eat as well as captain shall. Simply the thing I am shall make me live. He who knows himself a braggart, let him know this, for it shall come to pass that every braggart shall be found an ass. Rust, sword, cool, blushes, and paroles live, safest in shame. Being fooled, by foolery thrive. There's place and means for every man alive. Oh, after them.
That you may well perceive I have not wronged you, one of the greatest in the Christian world shall be my surety. For whose throne 'tis needful, ere I can perfect my intent to kneel. A time was I did him a desired office, dear almost as his life. I duly am informed his grace is at Marseille, to which place we have convenient convoy. You must know I am supposed dead. The army breaking, my husband hies him home where, heaven aiding, and by leave of my good lord, the king, will be before our welcome.
Gentle madam, you never had a servant to whose trust your business was more welcome.
Nor you, mistress, ever a friend whose thoughts more truly labor to recompense your love. Doubt not that heaven hath brought me up to be your daughter's dower, as it hath fated her to be my motive and helper to a husband. But oh, strange men, that can such sweet use make what they hate, when saucy trusting of the cozen thoughts defiles the pitchy night. So lust doth play with what it loves for that which is away. But more of this hereafter. You, Diana, under my poor instruction, must yet suffer something in my behalf.
Let death and honesty go with your impositions. I am yours upon your will to suffer.
Our wagon is prepared and time provides us. All's well that ends well. Still, defines the crown. Whatever the course, the end is the renown.
No. Your son was misled by a snip-tapping fellow there. Hey, whose cunning saffron would have made all the unbaked doughy youth of the nation in his number. Were your daughter-in-law alive at this hour, your son here at home more moved by the king than by that red-tailed humblebee I speak of.
Would I had not known him, the death of the most virtuous gentlewoman that nature ever had praise for creating. Had she partaken of my flesh and cost me the dearest groans of a mother, I could not have owed her a more rooted love.
'Twas a good lady. We may pick 1,000 salads ere we light on such another herb.
Indeed, sir. She was the sweet marjoram of the salad. Or rather, the herb of grace.
Whether dost thou profess thyself, a knave or fool?
A fool, sir, at a woman's service, and a knave at a man's.
Your distinction?
I would cozen the man of his wife and do his service.
Oh, you are a knave at his service indeed.
And I would give his wife my bauble, sir, to do her service.
I will subscribe for thee. Thou art both knave and fool.
At your service.
Oh, no.
Oh, sir! If I cannot serve you, I can serve as great a prince as you are.
Oh, what prince is that?
Oh, the Black Prince, sir! Alias, the Prince of Darkness. Alias, Doubles!
Oh, here's my purse. I give thee this, not to suggest thee from thy master thou talkest of. Serve him still.
I am a woodland fellow, sir, that always loved a great fire. And the master I speak of keeps a good fire. But, sure, he is the prince of the world. But his nobility remains in court.
Go thy ways. I begin to be aweary of thee, and I tell thee this so I would not fall out with thee. Go thy ways. A shrewd knave, and an unhappy.
So he is. My lord that is gone made himself much sport out of him. By his authority he remains here, but makes his patent of his sauciness. In his pace he does any other he wants.
Well, I like him well, 'tis not amiss. And I was about to tell you, when I heard of the good lady's death, and that my lord, your son, was upon his return home, I moved my master, the king, to speak in behalf of my daughter. His Highness had promised to do it, and to stop the displeasure he had conceived against your son. There is no fitter matter. How does your ladyship like it?
With very much content, and I wish it happily effected.
His Highness comes post from Marseilles, able-bodied as we number 30. They'll be here tomorrow.
It rejoices me. I hope I see him ere I die.
Madam, I was wondering, with what manners I might safely be admitted.
You need but plead your honorable privilege.
A lady of that, I make a bold charter. But I thank my God, it holds yet.
Exceeding posting day and night must wear your spirits low. We cannot help it. But since you have met the days and nights as one, swear your gentle limbs in my affairs, you boldly do so grow in my requital as nothing can uproot you. In happy time, this gentleman may help me to his majesty's ear if he stands to use his power. God save you, sir.
And you?
Sir, I have seen you in the court of France.
I have been sometimes there. What's your will?
Then it will please you to give this poor petition to his majesty and aid me with that stand of power you have to come into his presence.
The king's not here.
Not here,
Not
sir.
indeed. He had to move last night, and with more haste than is his use.
Oh, Lord, how we lose our pains!
All's well that ends well yet. Though times seem so adverse and means unfit. I do beseech you, sir, whither is he gone?
Marry, as I take it to Jerusalem, whither I am going.
I do beseech you, sir, since you are like to see the king before me, commend this paper to his gracious hand, which I presume shall render you no blame, but rather make you thank your pains for it. I will follow after with what good speed our means will make us meets.
This I'll do for you.
And you shall find yourself to be well paid whatever falls for. We must to horse again. Go, go, provide!
Good Monsieur Levache, give my Lord Lefou this letter. I have been ere now, sir, more familiar to you, and when I have been more familiar with fresher clothes, but I am now, sir, muddied in Fortune's mood and smell somewhat strong of her strong displeasure.
No, certainly Fortune's displeasure is but sluttish if it smells so strongly as thou speakest of. Henceforth, I will eat no fish of Fortune's buttering.
Pretty allow the wind. Hey, do not stop your nose, sir. I spake but by a metaphor.
Oh, indeed, sir, if your metaphor speak, I will stop up my nose. Or against any man's metaphor. Prithee get thee further.
Pray you, sir, deliver me this paper.
Ow! Prithee stand away. A paper from Fortune's toilet to get to a nobleman. Why, here he comes now. Now, here's a purr of Fortune, sir, or a Fortune's cat that has fallen into the unclean fish pond of her displeasure, and, as he says, is muddied withal. I do pity his distress in my similes of comfort, and leave him to your lordship.
I see him. Pretty, sir, I am a man whom Fortune hath cruelly scratched.
What would you have me to do? 'Tis too late to pare her nails now. Here's the court the cue for you. Let the justices make you and Fortune friends. I am for other business.
I beseech your honor to hear me one single word.
You beg a single penny more. You shall have it. Come.
My name, my good lord, is Paroles.
Then you beg more than word, then. Cox my passion. Give me thy hand. Oh, how does you drum?
Oh, my good lord, you were the first that found me.
Was I, in sooth, and I was the first that lost thee.
It lies in you, my lord, to bring me in some grace, for you did bring me out.
Out upon thee, knave. Does that at once put the offices of God and the devil on me? Oh, one brings thee grace, the other brings thee out. The king's coming. I know by his trumpets. Sir, inquire further after me. I had talk of you last night. Though you are both knave and fool, you shall eat. Go to.
Oh, I praise God. I praise God for you.
We lost the jewel of her, and our esteem was made much poor by it. But your son, his mad and folly, lacked the sense to know her estimation home.
'Tis past my liege, and I beseech your majesty, make it a natural rebellion done in the blaze of youth. When oil and fire burn, so reason overbears and burns on.
My honored lady, I have forgiven and forgotten all. So my revenge is bent upon him. Watch the time to shoot.
This I must say. But first I beg my pardon. The young lord did to his majesty, his mother, and his lady an offense of mighty note. But to himself, the greatest wrong of all, he lost a wife, whose beauty did astonish the survey of richest eyes, whose words made all ears captive, whose dear perfection hearts scorned to serve humbly called mistress.
Praising what is lost makes the remembrance dear. Well, call him hither. We are reconciled. Let him not ask our pardon. The nature of his great offense is dead. Deeper than oblivion, we do bury the incensing relics of it. Let him approach a stranger, no offender, and inform him. So 'tis our will he should. What says he to your daughter? Have you spoke?
All that he is hath reference to your highness.
Then shall we have a match? I've letter sent to me that set him on high fame.
He looks well honored.
Dear sovereign, pardon to me.
All is told. Not one more word that consumes time. Let's take the instant by the forward top. You remember the daughter of this lord?
Admiringly, my liege. At first I stuck my choice upon her, ere my heart durst make too bold the herald of my tongue. Contempt and scornful perspective did lend to it, which warped the line of every other favor. Express extolen, scorned a fair color, extended all proportions to a most hideous object. Thence it came that she whom all men praised, and whom myself, since I have lost, have loved. It was in mine eye the dust did offend itself.
Well excused. Be this sweet Helen's now, and now forget her. Send forth your amorous tokens for fair Madeline. The main consenter had, and here will stay, to see our widower's second marriage day.
Oh, which better than the first? Oh dear, heaven bless.
Come on,
Me, they
my son.
success.
Give me a favor that sparkles in the spirit of my daughter, that she may come quickly. By my old beard, and every hair that's on it, Helen, that's dead, was a sweet creature. This ring, that last I ever took her leave at court, I saw upon her finger.
Hers it was not.
Now pray let me see it, for mine eye, while I was speaking, oft was fastened to it. This ring was mine, and when I gave it Helen, I bade her that if her fortunes ever stood necessity to help, that by this token I would relieve her. Had you the craft to reap her of what should stead her most?
My gracious liege, however it pleased you to take it so, the ring was never hers.
On my life, I've seen her wear it, and she reckoned it on her life's rate.
I am sure I saw her wear it.
You were deceived, my lord, she never saw it. In, Florence, was it from a casement thrown me, wrapped in a paper which contained the name of her that threw it. Noble she was, and thought I stood engaged. But when I subscribed to mine own fortune, and informed her fully, I could not answer in that course of honor, as she had made the overture. She ceased in heavy satisfaction, and would never receive the ring again.
'Twas mine, 'twas Helen's. Whoever gave it to you, then if you know that you are well acquainted with yourself, confess 'twas hers, and by what rough enforcement you got it from her.
She never saw it.
Thou speak'st it falsely, as I love mine honor, and makes conjectural fears come into me, which I would fain shut out, if it should prove that thou art so inhuman. 'Twill not prove so, and yet I know not. Thou didst hate her deadly, and she is dead. It's nothing but to close her eyes myself could win me to believe more than to see this ring. Take him away. We'll set this matter further.
No! If you shall prove the ring was ever hers, you shall as easy prove that I husbanded her bed in Florence, where yet she never was.
I am wrapped in dismal thinkings.
Gracious sovereign, whether I I have been to blame or no, I know not. Here's a petition from a Florentine, who hath for 4 or 5 removes come short to tender it herself. I undertook it, vanquished thereto by the fair grace and suppliant of the poor grace of the poor suppliant, who by this I know is here attending. Her report looks in her with a fair visage, and she told me in a sweet and verbal brief, it did concern your highness with herself.
Upon his many protestations to marry me when his wife was dead, I blush to say it, he won me. Now as the Count Rousillon a widower, his vows are forfeited to me and my honors paid to him. He stole from Florence, taking no leave, and I follow him to his country for justice. Grant it me, O king. In you lies it best. Otherwise a seducer flourishes and a poor maiden undone. Diamond Capulet.
I will buy me a son-in-law at a fair. The toll for this, I'll have none of him.
The heavens have thought well upon me with you to bring forth this discovery. Seek these suitors. Go speedily and bring again the count. I am feared the life of Helen lady was foully snatched.
Now justice on the doers.
I wonder, sir, since wives are monsters to you, and that you fly them as you swear them lordship, yet you desire to marry. What woman is this?
I am, my lord, a wretched Florentine derived from the ancient Capulet. My suit, as I do understand, you know, and therefore know how far I may be pitied.
I am her mother, sir, whose age and honor both suffer under this complaint we bring, and both shall cease without your remedy.
Oh, come hither, Count. Do you know these women?
My lord, I neither can nor will deny but that I know them. They charge me further.
Why do you look so strange upon your wife?
She is none of mine, my lord.
Marry if you shall. You give away this hand, and that is mine. You give away heaven's vows, and those are mine. You give away myself, which is known by, for I by vows so embodied yours. The she that marries you must marry me, either both or none.
Your reputation comes too short. You'll not be a husband to my daughter.
My lord, this is a bond and desperate creature with whom I have sometimes laughed with. Let your highness lay a more noble thought upon mine honor than to think I would sink it here.
Good, my lord. Ask him upon his oath if he does think he had not my virginity.
What sayest thou to her?
She's impudent, my lord, and was a common gamester in camp.
He does me wrong, my lord. If I were so, he might have bought me at a common price. Do not believe him. Oh, behold this ring, whose high respect and rich validity did lack a parallel, and yet, for all that, he gave it to a commoner of the camp, if I be one.
Blushes, and 'tis so. This is his wife that brings 1,000 proofs.
Mom!
Someone here at court could witness it.
Aye, my lord, but loathe him to produce so bad an instrument. His name's Paroles.
I saw the man today. If man he be.
Find him and bring him hither.
What of him, my lord? He's quoted for a most perfidious slave, with all the spots of the world taxed and debauched, whose very nature sickens but to speak a truth. Am I, or that, or this, for what he'll utter that will say anything?
She hath that ring of yours.
I think she has. Certain it is I liked her, and courted her in the wanton way of youth. She knew my distance and did angle for me. She, with her fine, modern grace, subdued me to her rate. She got the ring, and I had that which any inferior might have marked the price of bought.
I must be patient. You that have turned out my first so noble wife may justly die at me. I pray you yet, since you lack virtue, I will lose a husband. Send for your ring, and I will return it home, and give me mine again.
I have it not.
What ring was yours, I pray you?
Sir, much like the same upon your finger.
Know you this ring? This ring was his of late?
This was it. I gave him being abed.
The story then goes false. You threw it him out of a casement.
I've spoke the truth.
I do confess, my lord, the ring was hers.
You boggle shrewdly. Every brother stars you. Is this the man you speak of?
Aye, my good lord.
Tell me, Sarah, tell me true, I charge you, not fearing the displeasure of your master, which upon your just proceedings I will keep off. By him and by this woman here, what know you?
So please your majesty, my master hath been an honorable gentleman. Tricks he hath had in him, which gentlemen have.
Come on to the purpose. Did he love this woman?
Faith, sir, he loved her. But how?
How, I pray you?
Faith, sir, he loved her as a gentleman loves a woman.
How's that?
Faith, sir, he loved her and loved her not.
Thou art a knave, and no knave. What an equivocal companion is this?
I am a poor man and at your majesty's command.
Oh, he's a good drum, but not yours.
Do you know he promised me marriage?
Faith, I know more than I'll speak.
But wilt thou not speak all thou knowest?
Yes, so please your majesty, he did love her, for he was mad for her and talked of Satan and of limbo and of furies and of I know not what. And yet I was in that credit with them at that time and knew of their going to bed and other motions, such as promising her marriage and other things that will drive me ill will to speak of, therefore I will not speak all I know.
Thou hast spoken all already. Unless thou canst say they are married, but thou art too fine in thy evidence. Therefore stand aside. This ring you say of yours.
Aye, my good lord.
Who gave it to you? Where did you buy it?
It was not given me, nor I did not buy it.
Who lent it to you?
It was not lent me neither.
Then where did you find it?
I found it not.
And then were you ours by none of all these ways, how could you give it to him?
I never gave it him.
This woman's an easy glove, my lord. She puts on and off at ease.
This ring is mine. I gave it his first wife.
It might be yours or hers for aught I know.
Take her away. I do not like her now. Prison with her and away with him. Unless thou tellst me where thou hadst this ring, thou diest within the hour.
I'll never tell you.
Take her away.
I'll put it bail, my liege.
I think thee now some common customer.
Good mother, fetch my bail. Stay, royal sir. The jeweler that owes the ring is sent for, and he shall surety me. But for this lord, who knows he hath abused me himself, though yet he ne'er harmed me, here acquit him. He knows himself my bed he hath defiled, and at that time he got his wife with child. Dead though she be, she feels her young one kick. So there's my riddle, but that's dead is quick. Now behold the meaning.
Is there no exorcist beguiles the true office of mine eyes? It's real that I see.
No, my good lord. 'Tis but the shadow of a wife you see, the name and not the thing.
Oh, pardon.
My good lord, when I was like this maid, I thought you wondrous kind. There is your ring. Look you, here is your letter. This it says, when from my finger you can get this ring, and are by me with child, etc. This is done. Will you be mine now? You are doubly won.
If she, my lord, can make me know this clearly, I'll love her dearly, ever, ever dearly.
If this appear not plain or prove untrue, deadly divorce step between me and you. My dear mother, do I see you living?
Mine eyes smell onions. I shall weep anon. Good Tom John, lend me your handkerchief. I thank thee. Wait for me, oh. I shall make sport with thee. Leave thy curtains alone. They are scurvy ones.
But as from point to point this story know, to make the even truth in pleasure flow. Choose thou thy husband, and I'll pay thy dower, for I can guess that by thy honest aid, thy keeps a wife herself, thyself a maid. All yet seems well, and if it ends so meet, the bitter past, more welcome is the sweet. The king's a beggar, now the play is done. All is well ended if this suit be won. That you express content which we will pay with strife to please you day exceeding day. Ours be your patience then, and yours our parts. Your gentle hands lend us and take our hearts.